What is happening, guys? So today this video is different because I'm doing a commentary on top of my regular video. The reason why is because of an incident that happened and is currently being under investigated by MOJ presidents, and they're just gonna look into it. But I know this video is going to be classified for a while. I'm just doing this in the future when you guys see this. Hopefully this video is unclassified, but as of right now, I'm pretty sure the president and them are gonna classify this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and for the investigators, put a commentary over exactly my intentions, what happened, and what went down, and what happened to me and the other AMP officers that are attempted to get involved in this incident. So basically, what happened was I saw these three vehicles. I came from CD, finished another call, and I noticed these three vehicles following each other, very close to each other, and driving backwards. I thought that was odd, but that kind of made me pay attention to it. I knew I couldn't stop them for this allegation. However, I could stop them for another. So I did something called a pretense. A pretense is simple format where you pretty much just, follow and keep your distance from them and see if, they break anything. So I go ahead and notice something. So my attention went onto this black Charger. That was the last vehicle that was here. The reason why I paid attention to this black Charger was because of what's about to happen. So it hits the AMP officer and it leaves the scene. It just keeps going. So as soon as I saw that, I call for backup, because we have other officers involved in this, and there's multiple vehicles. I didn't know if it was a gang or anything like that, or other armed officers. Backup arrives right away. I also told them to record as their senators in the area so that I can make sure I'm not in trouble or anything like that. So I then go ahead and inform this vehicle in the back that I did catch doing something bad to pull over. Then two AMP agents come out of nowhere. That's a no sir. Tell me, basically kind of stop me from doing my own job. They go ahead and just block me off and tell me that I cannot do my job and block me off. So they block me off. I don't know if this person is a senator. I believe is not a senator. This is a female. There's two senators in the area. I believe Senator Ukraine and Senator Knott. This is a regular civilian. I pulled over a regular civilian. They go ahead and tell me that's a no sir. I'm confused. I'm like, so I go ahead and I'm like, I was speaking to last warning was for this driver to pull over. So they tell me that's a no sir. It's not illegal, they're telling me. I'm confused, and I'm like, I informed them that the person it is, I'm talking about rammed. They rammed, or she rammed somebody. So she rammed a vehicle. I got it on video. I informed him. She keeps going. I informed him, and she was off-road, and she still kept driving. So I go ahead and they stopped one. I go ahead and go after the thing. Go after the vehicle that I'm looking for, which is this female right here. This is all that mattered to me at that time. So I come and attempt to stop this female, and I was going with them. She informs me I don't know who she was, but I told her last chance or I will arrest you. This is kind of like I'm actually being nice to her and getting her to work with me here. So I tell her last chance or I will arrest you. So pretty much the senator right here is just walking around. He parked his vehicle in the middle of the street, on the side of the street, on the sidewalk, and is just walking around, telling people to stay in the car. At that time, I'm pretty sure not safe at the area, so I go ahead and I call other units to come here. I'm about to throw it back. So that's basically what's going on, and then it gets worse from there. I informed the people. At this point, as an officer, I'm never safe when there's too many people around me. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just not right, because the thing is that gets you unnecessary attention that you don't want as an officer, because the more people are there, the more criminals are enticing enough to come and shoot up the place. So usually I like my area clear. I like to do my thing. They keep talking about Cal doesn't speak legislations and all that stuff, just mocking me. I didn't care. I informed them, please leave the area. He's on the road, as you can see. This is Senator Ukraine. He's on the road, like a public road, and I warn him to leave the area. I don't. He tells me I don't own the car. I'm telling him to leave the area, and then they would have legal rights to sue for false citations. That's a no. I informed him I'm doing a traffic stop and for them to leave the area. This AMP agent informs me that's a no. Tells me no, I will not be. They will not be leaving the area. And I asked for name and badge. He's under our protection. I asked for name and badge, and he gives me the badge. So Silver tells me that Ukraine cannot leave the area, my traffic stop basically. Clearly he's on the road, like public road, like actual road, which is illegal. So I get his name and badge. Okay, thanks. I wasn't trying to start anything, so I wanted to focus on my job. I wanted them to leave the area. This vehicle, as you guys can see, is Knott's vehicle. That's Senator Knott's vehicle. So I go ahead and I'm trying to tell him to leave the area. So they tell him, leave this area, as I informed him. Trying to get him to like leave the area. And also dealing with other officers asking for my 20 other AMP officers, because I'm a patrol unit, you know. So I told them I'm doing a traffic stop and to please leave the area. So we're performing a legal operation, but your lights aren't on. I will. The thing is, you're illegally parked. I am literally trying to get them to leave the area. A person is talking to me back and forth. So I go ahead just to make him happy. Call. I have another unit. I tell them to come. The other unit comes on scene. This is the unit that was rammed back there. The vehicle that was rammed back there. So I tell them to come park. On scene and gas. So now we're good. My vehicle is in a legal position. So he's parked on the road, and the senator thinks that he's in a legal position. He parked his vehicle like he owns the street. Like this is an actual active street, not a parking lot. We cite people all the time for this infraction. He parks on the sidewalk and basically owns the street. So I'm at this point. I basically informed them my intentions and what's going on. I informed them that only the black Charger is on this traffic stop. That means that everybody else here that's hanging around should not be here. So they don't want to leave. They don't want to comply with my orders. They don't want to they basically don't want to listen to us. And IDB was the IDB agents that were there were protecting them. These are what I later find out is IDB HICOM, but at that time. So this person smart says, hey, I'm gonna leave. This is stupid. I'm leaving. I'm not getting arrested. They finally figure out something isn't right, and she figures out that's fine. This person's talking about I did nothing. I informed this person, yes, that I am that's my badge number, to basically tell everybody that's here to leave the area. That's not part of this. That's not this black Charger. So we do that. I go ahead and focus on it. At this point I knew something wasn't right, so I go ahead and DM. I go ahead and I tell them I'll be forwarding this information to MOJ. They say go ahead and do that. I start taking down people's information, including make sure to record. I inform him. The reason why I told them to inform is so that their story does not change up, because you never know with a lie. I always record my videos for protections for incidents like this, because then now it would have been my word against all of their words, and in this case I would have been fired. I would have been in trouble if I never recorded it, because what I later find out is this is first in command and second in command of IDB that was doing this, and I don't know who else was in there. So Pluto and Silver was in this incident. So if it was me, it would have been their words plus all the senators against mine. So in this case, I would have been fired, most likely, from AMP, and would have been in trouble, even though I did something very illegal. That's why I always record. Anyway, back to the thingy. I tell him to make sure to record so that this is for his thingy. And he's like, if you touch this man, I'll make sure you go to jail. So he's threatening the officers from doing their job. This person will actually threaten me as well later on. I'll show you guys the video of that, and pulls a gun on me as well. So I tell him to record, and he's like, I am. And then arrest only the drivers, I tell him. So I didn't want him to arrest like passengers. I only wanted him to arrest drivers. Run names. So the reason why I said run names is because I wanted him to get the names of the people that own the vehicles. That's not this vehicle. This vehicle is the vehicle I pulled over. This vehicle and the white vehicle owners were actually at this point obstructing justice. We told them to leave, and they're not leaving. I told this person to stay till we clear the area. So I go ahead and start focusing on it. I run the plate. If you run this plate, it comes back to knots. 262 VFN. If you run that name, it runs back to knots, as I am about to do in the video. So I get back into the vehicle. 262 VFN. It comes back to knots. The senator. So the senator's vehicle is just parked in the street. So that's when I knew I had the first vehicle. So at this point, I go on and I take a picture of the vehicle for my protection. I knew this at this point. This was a big case. So I go ahead and I take a picture of the senator. Then I try to get a better picture of the thingy, but I focused on it. I went ahead and I contacted on the Discord. The part that was cut was because I was talking on Discord. It was private stuff, and I don't know if it's classified or not. I didn't want to show them. So I took a picture of the area, and I'm still informing other officers take a picture of the vehicles so they have proof as well. The more people have proof, the better for me in our case. So then I go ahead and I start focusing, trying to get a better picture of this vehicle because this one was important to me. Senators are the ones usually to have your word as an officer against a senator is usually tough. And then she still asks, can I go? I said no. Why? I still tell her, this is the second time I'm informing her. I go ahead, sir, please leave the area. I informed this person, this is your last warning. Leave the area. Because I'm trying to do my traffic stop with your car. I'm trying to do the traffic. I told him to take a picture of this vehicle. It's still trying to follow protocol. Don't want to do anything wrong. Still haven't done anything. I've given multiple warnings. I really mean multiple. Then the person that I pulled over originally starts running away. So I told this officer to go ahead and chase that vehicle down. I actually remained in the scene. I was about to go after her, but that other officer went after her. So I start focusing on the next person that I need to deal with. Now it's the people that have not been listening to me in this case, which is this vehicle. Now a third vehicle joined the area, the blue Charger, driven by that man with the hat back over here. So that's when I knew. I was like, something is not right. I go ahead and I inform MOJ more. As you can see right here, I informed them in that video. I guess they're in the thing now. I'm screen sharing at this point, so I want to show. I'm showing them in the video. I muted their voice because I don't know this. I didn't want the stuff they're saying public, but I go ahead and I start focusing on the scene. I told him at this point, sir, I need him to stay right here. That he is the president, and somebody's gonna come. Instead of me being allowed to speak to the senator to stay, IDB goes ahead and they actually arrests me. He literally detains me, wrongfully detains me, and puts me to the side. So I'll show you right now what happens. So they're pretty much going to detain me right now, as you're about to see. So I see him. He said load up, and he's leaving the scene. I tell him to stay now because I have MOJ on their way. I have Tony, who's the Supreme Court, on his way for law, and then I also have the president coming as well. So I tell him to go ahead and stay put. I literally am informing him. I'm not in his way. I tell him to stay. I'm just speaking. The IDB agent then goes ahead and detains me wrongfully, and tries to stay and make me tries to get me to basically not do my job. So you watch him grab me, and then they move me out of the way. I'm trying to speak to them. I mean, at this point, they've been basically stopping me from doing my job multiple times. I've never grabbed them, never done anything, but it gets even worse. They're about to pull a gun on me soon. I'll show you. I asked for the person's name, still Silver. So Silver moves me away. This is the second time Silver has gotten me from doing my job. So I go ahead and get his name and badge. He tells me to stay away from the from his thing. So I go ahead, I tell him that Sir Undev is on his way. He said, okay, good. So I go ahead and I'm telling him, Undev tells me to bring him to the situation. So I teleport, we're in the voice chat by the way. So I teleport Undev here for him to deal with IDB while I go ahead and focus on that guy. So I go ahead and go after the vehicle that I originally pulled over right there. The senator. That's the senator driving backwards. Then IDB, this is Pluto right here, the person in charge of IDB, goes in front of my vehicle, pulls a gun out on me, and he tells me, Cal, do not, I will use force. Basically threatens to basically use his force on me. Basically pulls a gun out on me and says if I follow him, he will kill me. Basically he will basically kill me. I mean, that's the only reason why you have your gun out. Then you have right here IDB Silver takes out his gun as well, and he's on his way. Undev, who's MOJ head, tells me to go ahead and pursue. He tells him to stop. Look at this, do not pursue. So the Undev MOJ is telling me to go ahead, and Pluto, I mean, sorry, not Pluto, Pluto is telling me do not pursue his protectee. So if I go after his protectee, he will kill me, is what he's saying. I'm trying to do my job, and he's trying to say he'll kill me if I go after his protectee. So I go ahead, Undev tells him to stop. I go ahead and focus on doing my job. I never interfered, never disrespected him, never done anything of that nature. I go ahead and start doing my job. So I go after Undev right here. Sorry, Knots. I inform him to stop. He runs into the stop sign still, but I'm like, fine. I go after him and I go ahead and pull him over. And basically that's when I start doing my job. I get him out of the vehicle. I had multiple people interfere multiple times, people telling me what to do and all that stuff, talking smack, you know. Then this is right here. The courts finally get involved and they tell him to step out of the vehicle, and that's who finally got him. He wouldn't comply at first. It took the courts to get involved for him to step out of the vehicle. The reason why they got involved, I showed them the video. They saw the evidence. They never gotten involved before. They saw the evidence, and that's when they got involved. And that was pretty much the incident of what went down. So I had them basically hinder my investigation, get in the way of it, wrongfully arrest me, and pull a gun on me and threaten me, and just for doing my job. Basically that's what happened, and that's pretty much my report that I'll also be sending to my high com over at AMP. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For the people that are investigating, I hope you guys come to a good conclusion, that we agree that this was handled very badly, and I believe they should be punished. Because today, if it wasn't for this video, I'm telling you, I would have lost my job. If it wasn't for these videos, I would have lost my job, and I would probably be fired, because it would be the word of two high coms, first in command and second in command. It was, and I'm 100% sure they also threatened the other AMP officers, because if you notice in the video, there's no other AMP officers around, because they were all threatened and they left the scene because they were afraid, but I wasn't. They start sending, this is the senator of Ukraine threatening me, wondering if I have letter cert, and the possibility of this person asks me for my name and badge. I go ahead and give it to them. So yeah, and that's basically what happened. All these people interfering, they were never involved in the scene, and this is why I didn't want them around. But yeah, that's pretty much it.